Okay, we're doing this. We're back with another video and we're going to see what would happen if you were buried alive. Well, suppose somebody thought you were dead when you were just sleeping. Try to wake you up, but you're actually passed out. Then they'd say you're dead. Funeral, then coffin. Inside the coffin, you're passed out still. You're still breathing though. You're still alive. Doctors don't recognize because they want you to die, and they want you to die in a coffin because you didn't pay them. You didn't give them a $20 tip, and then they just take you, put you in the coffin, close it, take it, put it underground, bury you, and say he's dead. Right? Then you're like, I'm not. Just passed out for 52 hours. Seriously? And then the doctors are like, shut up. Nobody can hear you. You just heard me. Shush. So, yeah. What would happen if you were buried alive? Okay. Before we actually begin, this has actually happened before to many people. Like people have built fake funerals for themselves. Yeah, that's rude. And then some people have actually come late to funerals, asked to open the coffin again, but only to see that they woke up after the actual open coffin because they came late. So because of you being late to somebody's funeral, you just made them wake up and open the coffin to see them waking up in a coffin. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So many people actually have been buried alive in coffins even though they're not dead. So yeah, it's a misunderstanding sometimes. So yeah, but it is really bad. But let's begin. Okay, so first, 10 days before, mafia target buried alive has been used as an execution method by mafia groups. Okay, one day before, you're kidnapped. You don't remember much. Did someone spike my drink? It's all a blur. Realize what happened. No, I'm alive. Panic, but just for 1 second. There's no time for that. So this is the backstory that they're giving. Scream for help. Maybe putting some flowers in your grave can... Maybe someone putting flowers in your grave can hear you. Okay, first of all, if you are somehow buried alive, don't scream. It's a waste of energy. There is so much of dirt there. You can't get any sound through that. You can scream like once or twice if you hear somebody else walking next to you. But other than that, don't try screaming. It's just a waste of energy. Okay? So 10 seconds later, your heart rate increases because you're under stress. Then you take slow, deep breaths to, manage your air wisely, because a person can only live in a coffin for over 5 hours. But if they manage but only if they manage their air wisely. Yeah, I think that's true because Mr. Beast had an oxygen thing, I think, so yeah. Agonizing silence. The only thing you can hear is your breathing and rapid heartbeat. Creepy. Yeah, that is really creepy, isn't it? Feeling disoriented. Sensory deprivation can trick the human brain. Touch the walls. Feel them to be aware of the space and guide your brain. Okay, so after 1.5 minutes you should do that. Okay. Take inventory. This is very important. Anything you have could be very useful. Don't light up matches or lighters. Adrenaline rush. So your blood levels are rising, your stress hormone is increasing. You're getting adrenaline. And then check if you have a phone and any kind of signal to communicate with people. So like you can call somebody and tell, hey, I'm buried alive, I'm not dead. And then search for a dead ringer. Some old coffins had a rope that rings a bell to alert that you're alive. Okay, so that's what you call a dead ringer. A rope attached to a bell to tell people you're alive and not dead. Okay. Tap the lid of the coffin. You can use, for example, a belt, a shoe, a watch, etc. Maybe someone hears you. You feel discomforted. The medical term for the fear of being buried alive is tapophobia. Okay. Then claustrophobia. Approximately 2.2% of the population experiences a fear of enclosed spaces. Not me. I don't have claustrophobia. Hyperventilation. You're feeling stressed and hopeless. Activate your survival mode. Sweating. Caused by the stress and the heat of your body and inner. So this is pretty much because you're like sweating, you're stressed, everything, you sweat. And then meditation. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and tell everything's going to be okay to not die. And then check the material of the coffin. If it's metal or similar, all you can do is continue to tap and pray. If it's wood, you can kick it or break it and dig the dirt above and get out. So punch the walls in the center because it's the most fragile part. But after 30 minutes, oxygen will start to decrease. So after 40 minutes, you'll get dehydrated like hell. And then you'll have a headache because, oh God, dehydration is not good. So you're going to get a headache. Speaking of dehydration, I'm already dehydrated. Water break. Water, very tasty. So after that headache, you're going to have fatigue. Your brain is working harder because of the stress and the lack of oxygen and water. So yeah, then you're going to get demotivated because you're not able to get through. You feel sluggish and lazy because your body is deprived of all the vital things you need. And then you continue and 1.2 hours later, you somehow continue punching. Soon you'll manage to create a hole in the lid. Pray your family bought a cheap coffin. Take off your shirt. Rearrange your wardrobe in such small spaces. Requires some strategy. Put it on your face. Your shirt can. If you put your shirt in your face, you can protect yourself from suffocation or getting dirt or any dust in your nose or mouth or on your face, because it is not good to get dust in your face in such a small place. It's not good to get dirt in your face in such a small place. Yeah. Then after 1.4 hours, you're going to get nauseous and you'll have an emotional stress such as fear and can make you feel nauseated. You could vomit, you could feel sick, you can even have a stronger headache. Then you can kick the leg. Expert fighters can generate up to 9,000 newtons from kicking about a ton of force. And try to escape. If it is a shallow grave, you may have a chance. Get ready to move fast. Break through the coffin. If it's a cheap wooden coffin, try to make a hole big enough for you to ground out. Pray it isn't a deep grave. Pray it hasn't rained. Waterlogged soil can weigh up to 4 times as much as dry soil. If it's rained, say goodbye. Or you can still try, it's still good. Move like a worm, kicking the dirt to your feet, and stand up quickly is your only chance. Failing that, of course, it is a sturdy coffin, you won't be able to break through. Cry because you have nothing to do. Being buried alive is one of the most common phobias. Now you understand why. And then after 1.8 hours, you accept death. And then after 2 hours, acidic blood. When you breathe too much, CO2 creates carbon dioxide in your bloodstream. Yikes! And then muscles start twitching. Acidic blood can create anxiety and can cause twitching by releasing neurotransmitters. Then you need to drink urine because dehydration is bad. So yeah. Then you get unconscious as the oxygen depletes. You would slowly drift out of consciousness. Then you'll have hypoxic convulsions. Your muscles twitches and your brain would make full body shakes, and foam will come out of your mouth. Then after 4.8 hours you'll get severe brain damage. As your brain loses oxygen, your cells start dying rapidly, just like and this is what happens when you go to Ohio and you are in the center of hell. In Ohio, hell is in Ohio, I think. I'm joking, Ohio is just a city. Yeah, but in the memes it's really funny. So yeah. And then 5 hours, eventually your body is so deprived of oxygen that you asphyxiate to death. May rest in peace. After 12 years, you'll decompose. So yeah, don't worry. Being buried alive is so rare that it officially doesn't even matter. Like, just doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what happens. And by the way, you would also probably start hallucinating. So okay, now quickly I want to tell this. If you actually wanted to survive and not die, here is a good strategy. So first, you want to punch the center of the coffin as hard as possible. So it's better to move off to one side and then get some little room for your arm and give a strongest punch you can. If your knuckles start paining, use your other arm. If both arms pain, just sit straight, okay, and think, what am I going to do if I get out? Will my funeral have roses or dandelions? Think of something like that for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Then your knuckles should be fine, and then continue punching. And then once the wood cracks, try to somehow shake it and push it out. If you can't push, just like try to get your face away from the crack and pull. And make sure it's not straight above your face. That's terrible. You want it like above your stomach or something, because then it will be easier for you to pull. So then once you pull it down, you just need to pray and punch. Not punch, you need to pull. You need to pull the mud and push it to the bottom of the coffin. So now you are just pulling that. Now then you want to like try to get this dirt above your head off, and then slowly like somehow move your body and get into the hole that you've dug. You can also try digging with your legs. Digging with your legs is actually a very good idea, because it's of course better. So you can get a taller space because your legs are actually closer to your stomach, so you get like a little bit more advantage, whereas your arms are closer to your face. So digging with your legs is also good if you can, or else you could just use your hands. Then you have to like somehow like twitch around and continue digging. Then you need to create a little room, and then you should start kicking the top. And then you can try, and then if you hear somebody walking, you could scream for help. If you stop hearing somebody walking, stop screaming. It's just a waste of energy. And then you could just dig. Then you create a little room. Then you could like probably squat. Then you could probably like pull down some more mud and move that to the bottom. And then do some arranging with the dirt, just like how you arrange your cupboards. And then yeah, that's what you do. And then you could probably like squat or something. You could probably squat in the coffin, and then you could dig yourself up to where you can just like sit position, where you can go into a sitting position, and then you could actually like get a little bit more air. And then what you want to do is put your finger, poke your finger up probably, and then there it will create cracks. Pull from those cracks. Do that repeatedly until the soil just breaks down into like a dusty material. Now it's going to get really dusty, and this is where the shirt comes in. So when you're doing this, please put the shirt on. So then you need to just like keep repeating this process. Do it all around you, because you need a lot of space to climb up. And make sure you still leave a little bit of rough edges, because you need to climb out. And if you're in a deep coffin, some bumps will help. So yeah, make sure you still have bumps. And then Once that's done, you want to continue digging, and you want to dig all the way up. And then if there's like a hole but you can't like get enough, but if you can't fit through it, if you have some kind of object of yours that is somehow inside your coffin, throw it up. So when something of yours is on top of the coffin that was not put there, somebody will be like, oh, what's here? There's a hole. Oh my god, the guy's alive. He's digging out, right? So that's also a good idea. Throw one of your things up there. And once you do that, you can just pull from that hole and then make like a space. And then you want to probably like get like a little leg exercise because your legs are going to be numb. So just do like a on-spot jog and jump off away to life instead of dying. And then as soon as you get up, remember, go out fully. Go away from your coffin because that's a dusty area. Go to some like fresh air area. Open your shirt, and then just sit down for some time to get your oxygen levels back to normal. And then you can just go find somebody and call your friend and say, "Hey, why did you spend $200,000 on my funeral? I'm still alive. That was my life savings, not my death savings." So yeah, you can tell that, and yeah, that's your wish. So yeah, that's how you survive. And thank you guys for watching, and hit that like button, that subscribe, and hit that bell. Share the video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.